Welcome back to the Daily Five Podcast. It's your host, Rainy Cage. And today I want to talk some Netflix TV. The Defenders came out this weekend and I binge watched it. All 8 episodes. I won't go into spoilers here, but I wanted to talk about it, do a little review. I loved all the previous Daredevil seasons because this is basically the culmination of Daredevil season 1 and 2, Luke Cage season 1, Jessica Jones season 1, and Iron Fist season 1. It all comes to fruition in this, and I loved the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. I really liked Jessica Jones. For the most part, I liked Luke Cage, and, Iron Fist was okay. I didn't think it was horrible as everybody said, but it wasn't that great either. And it was very interesting. This was like the Avengers of Netflix, and I was really pumped to see this. The trailers had all really been good, and for the most part, it's freaking awesome. I mean, there's so many great things that they do that it overpowers the things I didn't like. Let's start with everything I liked. All the characters I really liked, even Luke Cage in this, which I knew was going to happen. While there was parts of Luke Cage's season I didn't like, I felt like they were building his character up enough to where I was going to love him in future things, like season 2 of Luke Cage I'll probably really love. But it's cool how it starts off with them all kind of separated, doing their own thing, and Luke Cage is just trying to save this kid. Jessica Jones is doing her own little case. And, Daredevil doesn't want to really be Daredevil anymore, but it's hard to give it up. And Iron Fist, he's still Iron Fisting. He's still trying to find out what's going on with the hand. And it basically brings them all together. It does it pretty quick. Like, my early reading reviews and stuff of this, I felt like everybody was saying, well, it takes a long time to get them together. But I don't know what they were smoking, because by episode 3, they are all together, and the way it brings them all together in one awesome fight scene in episode 3, it's really perfect. And it's the fight scenes in this, I did enjoy. Most of the fight scenes are really well choreographed. On the budget that I'm sure they have, they do a great job. Sometimes, do I feel like they put them in the dark too much, or they move the camera around a little too much? Yes. But for a TV show, it's really good. Besides the fight scene in episode 3, none of the fight scenes really blew me away like some of them in Daredevil did, or even in Luke Cage. But for the most part, it had plenty of action, plenty of fight scenes, and I enjoyed the choreography. I enjoyed the comedy in this. It was really funny. Jessica Jones' character was a lot of the comic relief. She had the best one-liners, in my opinion, and she kept cracking me up. But everybody has kind of cool little one-liners, and the way they do the comedy is not like super cheesy, and I really enjoyed it. The overall story, they're trying to figure out, they all basically end up going after the hand, and you get some backstory on the hand. You figure out, how is Elektra back alive, but the main storyline all involves the hand, and let's go ahead and get into one of my negatives, which is Iron Fist. Like I said, he is better in this than he was in his first season, but his character is very naive still, does a lot of stupid things, one in particular where I was like, oh my gosh, why are you doing this? He is very integral to the plot of this season. It's like I said, the hand is after him. You don't know why for a while. All the hand stuff from his season really leads into this. But, he's better, but he's still the weakest part of the Defenders, in my opinion. There's some other things. It does slow down a few times to where I was like, can we just move on? Some of the side characters I didn't like very much. I've always kind of not liked Foggy very much. And in this one, some of the side characters feel annoying, and that was kind of got on my nerves. The end, they toy with your emotions a lot at the end. They do things that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're going to do this. and they lead you on for quite a while, and it got me. But then when something happens further on at the end of the show, you're like, come on, why'd you do that? I won't go into spoilers, but I wish they had ended it differently, is what I'm going to say. But for the most part, I enjoyed the show. It's action-packed. It was funny. Very bingeable. I binged it pretty much in one night. Has me looking forward to future seasons. I know it'll probably be a while before we get another Defenders season, because they'll probably do one season of each of all these shows again before we get into another Defenders season. But I liked it. I hope we get more seasons. If I was going to give this a rating, I think I'd go 4.5. I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. What do you guys think of Defenders? Until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.